Hello boys and girls, today we're going to be learning about Henri Matisse, and we're going to be doing an art project relating to this artist. Henri Matisse was a very famous painter and a collage maker. A collage is an artwork that is created by combining many different materials together. For our next project, we're going to be creating a collage, and we're going to be finding some objects that are around our house that we can use, and we're going to be finding some things maybe outside that you could use. Now it's time to get started on our third project, a Matisse-inspired collage. Our learning goal is mixed media. Our learning targets are that I can use textures in my art, and I can use mixed media to create my art. Most of the materials for this project are optional, but ideally, I'd like you to have scissors, glue, crayons, paper, scraps of anything you can find around the house, and leaves. All right, let's get started. All right, boys and girls, so what you want to do right now is you want to gather some random materials. You can gather any kind of materials that you'd like. I found a piece of a news clipping that I used. I found some patterned paper that I had, some regular construction paper, and then I went outside and I found some leaves that have some really cool shapes. Because if we look at a Matisse, he has different types of these kind of organic shapes, and I found some of those in some of the leaves. So we can use those organic shapes when we're creating our collage today. You don't have to have a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, you can just set all of the pieces down and take a photograph and upload it that way. I have some scissors here in case we need them to cut out some different shapes, but if you don't have scissors, you don't have to use the scissors. You could rip the paper and create your shapes that way. So we'll do both. First thing we want to do is clear off. I'm going to clear off all of my materials, but I'm going to leave my white paper because that's going to be my base. That's where I'm putting everything on top of. So you need something to set all of your papers on top of. And we're going to set the rest of this stuff aside. So the first thing we want to do is we want to start creating our collage with different types of shapes. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to just start to draw some organic shapes. Organic shapes are they don't really have any rhyme or reason. They remind me almost like an ink blob or a blob of paint. But we want to start creating some organic shapes, and we're going to mix organic shapes and we're going to mix regular shapes, geometric shapes. So the first thing we're going to do is set down some of our shapes. So for this one, I'm going to cut out myself, let's see, I'm going to cut out a triangle. So I'm going to cut out a triangle shape, and I'm going to just set my triangle shape somewhere. Now I'm going to show you how you can rip some shapes. So if you don't have any scissors, you can rip your shapes as well. So we're ripping it right in half. Rip it again, and right now we have a rectangular shape. So you could use that. And you set it down. I'm going to just rip up a couple extra pieces here, set them down. I'm going to rip up some more of my construction paper over here, some other colors to give us more colors on top of our paper. So I'm going to cut and rip some more shapes. I'm going to cut out a shape here. I'm going to cut myself out a heart shape. And you don't have to make the same shapes that I'm making. You can make your own shapes. I want this to be your collage. So you're creating a collage with a bunch of random different types of shapes. And then we'd take our leaves that we found. If you found some grass or you found some leaves, you can go ahead and set those down and glue them down if you want to glue them down. I think for my video purpose, I'm just going to set them down, but I'm not going to glue them down. But again, if you want to glue yours down, go right on ahead. So once we filled up our whole paper with some random shapes, you're going to take a picture and you're going to upload it to the file. All right, I hope you enjoyed making your Matisse collage.